Hello, I'm Donald Leggett, and welcome to the latest London South East CEO interview. I'm joined today by Vincent Mascolo, CEO of IronRidge Resources, the Africa-focused lithium and gold exploration company. IronRidge is AIM-listed and has a lithium pegmatite discovery in Ghana, a gold portfolio in Côte d'Ivoire, and a potential gold discovery in Chad. IronRidge have just updated the market on drilling activities in Ghana. Welcome, Vincent. Thanks very much indeed for joining us today from Australia.
Thank you very much for having me back, Donald. Much appreciated.
We last spoke a couple of years ago, and I understand you've been doing a lot of exploration in the interim, shall we say?
We certainly have. I think when we were speaking a few years ago, we were a lithium company, and mercifully today we're still a lithium company, as the market would have it. Last year we were a gold company. Today we're a lithium company, so the hedging our bets across multiple commodities and multiple jurisdictions is working very well.
That sounds very wise to me. Today we're talking about your flagship Ewoyaa Lithium Project, Vincent. So what's the headline news from there?
Look, the headline news there is in the last 12 months we have delivered a maiden mineral resource estimate of around 14.5 million tonnes at about 1.3% lithium oxide. And more recently, we delivered a very robust scoping study, which has delivered phenomenal results. We can dwell on the numbers. The business case model is for a 2 million tonne per annum run-of-mine operation with an 8-year mine life, producing in the order of around just shy of 300,000 tonnes per annum of spodumene 6% concentrate. It's got a magnificent payback period of less than 1 year from commencement of mining. And the numbers are robust. But look, I'm not going to dwell too much on the numbers because it stands to reason, given the fundamentals of the project, that the numbers were always going to look very good. And the fundamentals are, the project is outcropping, the metallurgy is exceptional, the geology is phenomenal. We are within 1 kilometre of the national highway, and that's only 110 kilometres from the deep sea port of Takoradi, which has more than ample capacity for this operation. All this implies that, we are going to be in the first cost quartile. So I guess if you want to see some numbers, we've got a post-tax Npv of just under 350 million US.
That's annually?
Sorry?
That's annually, Vincent?
That is a project Npv. Annually, we are talking in the order of an EBITDA in excess of around 100 million US dollars per annum, and a gross revenue potential in excess, life of mine, in excess of 1.5 billion.
That's terrific news, Vincent. I didn't know anything about this. You must be very excited.
Look, we are very excited, and we just can't wait to sink our teeth into the next stages. And to be honest, we think we're perfectly poised to service the European and US markets that we believe the downstreamers have a gap in their narrative to meet their aggressive timelines, whereas our project is very simple, it's very doable, and can be put into production relatively quickly by peer comparison.
You previously described Ghana as the new lithium frontier. Do these recent drilling results support that?
Look, I think we were in a new frontier in lithium before this most recent drilling campaign. We are the first lithium pegmatite discovery in Ghana. Ghana is definitely not a new frontier for mining. They're heavily geared towards gold, but the fact that we are a new commodity, we are being endorsed at the highest levels of government in Ghana to get this project off the ground as quickly as possible. They are keen to see a new mining project off the ground, a new commodity to, shall we say, invigorate their current resource, their mineral resource sector.
Okay, so let's drill down. What are the next steps to increase the mineral resource estimate, to commercialise the project, and to potentially develop a lithium mine?
Okay, well, that's what we're doing now. We have currently an 8-year mine life forecasted. We'd like to see that to plus 10 years, and that's what this drilling campaign is all about. And we hope that, well, it looks like we're seeing visible spodumene, I think, in 95% of the holes we've just drilled. That's subject to testing, but the geologists know what they're looking at now. So that's what this drilling campaign is designed for, is to expand that resource, expand that mine life, add more commercial economics to the project.
Is this one of the best? Would this be one of the best projects you've ever seen, Vincent?
It is one, yeah, absolutely. It is an absolute industry standout. It's not the biggest project, but it has some of the best metallurgy, grade, and proximity to infrastructure, almost second to none. So as long as you're in the first cost quartiles, you always know you're going to have a generational project, and that's a key takeaway for IronRidge, Ewoyaa, and Ghana.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for sharing that. What does current funding look like, Vincent?
Current funding's okay. We just raised £3.6 million through the conversion of warrants from existing shareholders in a capital raise we did last year, what we call the COVID capital raise. So we got some very excited shareholders in, and this money will deliver, or is sufficient for the next round of deliverables across Ghana, Côte d'Ivoire, and Chad.
Okay. I see you've recently bought a 10-year package next to Ewoyaa. Are the two connected geologically? Is it prospective? And is that why you're securing a larger footprint?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, we had that project under joint venture with our joint venture partners, Joy Transporters, and we had negotiated quite a while some terms to accelerate to 100%. That makes it more attractive for us. And yes, it is part of the same geological structures as what we have at Ewoyaa. So definitely a fundamental resource tonnage value add to be had there as well.
Okay, a more broad question. Is Ghana an easy country to do business in as a miner? I mean, I've actually filmed in Ashanti, up country, and been through Accra. And I thought Ghana was a terrific place and the people were fantastic. What's your impressions?
Yeah, look, we don't have any problems in Ghana. We like Ghana. It's a great jurisdiction. They have a 100-year mining history. It does mean that they actually know what they're talking about. So you have to have your wits about you. But yes, they get the mining industry. They've had it for 100 years. So you don't have to, there's no learnings to be had or to be given. They know what they're doing. So yeah, it makes it a lot easier.
That's very interesting. Let's touch on Côte d'Ivoire briefly and the Zaranou gold project. What's the latest on drilling at Zaranou?
Right, we're in the final stages. I think we've completed all the RC drilling, and we're in the final stages of our diamond drilling, which will go towards an MRE. I won't put a timeline on that because there's just too many moving parts, and it only takes one part to fall and you'll end up with a delay. But Zaranou is shaping up very nicely. We have an early ounces strategy. So in the top sort of 0 to 90 metres is what we call the weathered zone. It's basically a free dig, go and dig up your back garden and run it through the mill in a gravity separation. So that's the early ounces strategy, which we are feeling more and more comfortable will underpin the value of underpin the future and value of the project. Should definitely be underpinning the value of the company, but at the moment we're only valued at less than what the lithium project is worth.
Vincent, keep doing these interviews and all will happen. All will be good. My final question to you, what are the other parts of the portfolio which are keeping you busy at the moment? Not keeping you up at night, but just keeping you busy. Keeping
me busy and keeping me up at night. In Chad, look, we've reinvigorated our activities into Chad after a bit of a standstill while we were focusing on Zaranou. So we've got Zaranou taking care of itself in Côte d'Ivoire, and now we've got the teams mobilised in Chad. I think the drill rig is en route, so depending on border crossings to get that drill rig in, hopefully we'll be drilling sooner rather than later. So we're operating in all three jurisdictions concurrently with three offices and 3 teams.
So what would your investment summary be? If you had to sum up IronRidge and why investors should actually invest in you, what would you say to them?
I think the resurgence, I think as I said earlier, last year we were a gold company. Today we are a lithium company. We're not getting any value for the gold. And in fact, I believe we're significantly undervalued just on the lithium project itself, which has huge growth potential. The resurgence in the lithium space has just been phenomenal in the last 3 months. So you're going to see you're going to see what two great commodities to be in, Donald. Lithium now with the resurgence through EVs and stored energy, and gold, which will be formidable during economic uncertainty. Hugely undervalued at these levels, and definitely we feel neglected that we're not getting any value for our gold assets at this time.
Vincent, thank you so much indeed for speaking to us from Australia today. That was Vincent Mascolo, CEO of IronRidge Resources, ticker IRR. That was fascinating. Thank you. You can find out more about us on our Twitter feed at London Southeast. You can subscribe to us on YouTube and see more interviews like this one. And finally, please do stay safe.